Why are you wearing glasses?
Reading.
Reading? I didn't know you could read.
One of the simplest and yet most memorable ad-libs of the whole series comes from Tom Felton when Draco is met with the suspicious sight of Goyle wearing glasses.
Why are you wearing glasses?
Reading.
Reading? I didn't know you could read.
Rumor has it that Tom Felton totally blanked on his next line, so he just casually dropped this legendary line on the spot.
I didn't know you could read.
Holy cricket! You're Harry Potter! I'm Hermione Granger.
This is the phrase that Hermione Granger says when she meets Harry for the first time. And it was Emma Watson's improvisation. Director Chris Columbus asked the young actress to say the first thing an 11-year-old girl would think of when she saw the legendary Harry Potter.
Holy cricket! You're Harry Potter! And,
Ron Weasley.
pleasure.
One of the most awkward scenes in the Harry Potter movies is the one where Voldemort asks Draco to come up to him and hug him. Draco was supposed to walk past the Dark Lord, but Ralph Fiennes decided to hug actor Tom Felton.
Well done.
Felton was shocked, but his genuine horror only made the moment all the more unnerving. Now everyone knows where Hermione's and Ron's friendship leads, but at the beginning, even J.K. Rowling didn't know how things would end. At the end of the Chamber of Secrets, when Hermione gets discharged from the hospital wing and runs toward her friends, she hugs Harry and shakes hands with Ron. Apparently, Watson was supposed to hug both boys, but felt awkward doing so in front of the crowd, so the discomfort radiating from this encounter is genuine. The scene was so cute that it was kept in the film.
Welcome back, Hermione.
It's good to be back.
There were many unscripted scenes in Harry Potter, and many happened in the second film. At the end of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry saves the day and foils Lucius Malfoy's sinister plans. Enraged, Lucius glares at Harry and says,
Let us hope Mr. Potter will always be around to save the day.
This line was ad-libbed by Isaacs, but what makes this scene even cooler is that 12-year-old Radcliffe then ad-libs his response to Isaacs.
Don't worry. I will be.
That's right. 12-year-old Radcliffe improvised the response on the spot, and it just feels right for the character, for the series, and for the moment, in what is one of the most memorable exchanges of the entire film.
Mr. Potter will always be around to save the day.
Don't worry. I will be.
When it comes to Arthur Weasley, no one could have played him better than the incredible Mark Williams. However, it's hard to believe that his iconic line from the second film during breakfast wasn't actually written in the book itself.
Harry, you must know all about muggles. Tell me, what exactly is the function of a rubber duck?
It's a ridiculous and comical line, and it was totally improvised. Apparently, Williams would ask about a different item with each take. In the end, it was the rubber duck that the filmmakers chose to put into the movie.
Tell me, what exactly is the function of a rubber duck?
It might not be a line so much as a mannerism, but did you know that Barty Crouch's iconic tongue flick wasn't actually included in the books and wasn't in the script either?
Hello, Father.
This was David Tennant's wonderful addition to the role, and the nervous habit perfectly matches Crouch Jr.'s nervous and unstable nature. One of Lucius Malfoy's many cruel behaviors toward Dobby is kicking the elf down a set of stairs in Dumbledore's office at the end of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Come, Dobby. We're leaving.
The crew was confused when Jason Isaacs started kicking at thin air during his scene with Dobby. Later, Isaacs explained that he was actually kicking at Dobby. Director Chris Columbus loved this and decided to include the moment in the film's post-production. One of the most famous lines in Harry Potter is when Voldemort announces Harry's death.
Harry Potter is dead!
The cast and crew were always waiting for this definitive line. Finally, as Voldemort declares that whoever doesn't join him will die, the only person to step forward is Neville Longbottom, and so Voldemort cruelly says,
Well, I must say I'd hoped for better.
This line was never part of the script, but the crew liked it so much that they decided to keep it in the film.
Well, I must say I'd hoped for better.
At the end of the Chamber of Secrets, Hagrid comes back to Hogwarts after being banished, and Harry has saved the day again. Hagrid walks into the Great Hall, and everyone starts clapping slowly, led by Dumbledore. Soon, almost everyone is standing and clapping, except for Slytherin's house. Most of them stay seated and look unhappy. Jamie Waylett, who plays Crabbe, got so caught up in the moment, he started clapping along with the crowd and rose from the bench. Thinking on his feet and acting off the cuff, Tom Felton grabbed his companion by the tie and brought him back down to his seat with a thud. The result was so funny and in character that it made it to the final version. Another memorable improvisation came when Lucius attempted to shoot a curse at Harry shortly after exiting Dumbledore's office. In between takes, Isaacs forgot the scripted spell and reached for the first thing in his mind, the killing curse. This made the scene much more terrifying than originally intended, as the killing curse is strictly reserved for life or death situations even by evil wizards. Actress Ivana Lynch, who played Luna Lovegood, knows how unusual her character is. So, in order to show her extraordinary behavior and manners, she made up a dance she did with her father during Bill's and Fleur's wedding. The director liked the ridiculous moves so much that he decided to keep them in the film. It's really hard to imagine anyone but Helena Bonham Carter in the role of Bellatrix. She was so good in her role that the actor who portrayed Neville Longbottom almost lost his hearing. In The Order of the Phoenix, when Bellatrix takes the boy hostage, she gets so carried away that she damages his eardrum when she puts her wand into his ear. Later, Carter admitted that it was a bad idea.
One person couldn't feel all that. It'd explode.
Just because you've got the emotional range of a teaspoon.
While Hermione's classic statement that Ron had the emotional range of a teaspoon wasn't an unscripted event, it's worth noting that the actor's response to it was completely genuine. And in fairness, we can fully understand this. How else would you say that line without breaking down in a fit of giggles?
Just because you've got the emotional range of a teaspoon.
Helena Bonham Carter is super creepy as Bellatrix Lestrange, especially in Deathly Hallows Part 1. There's this really scary scene where she pins Hermione down, holds a knife to her, and tries to get information, but Hermione refuses. Surprisingly, the whole thing was unscripted. Director David Yates said he let Bonham Carter and Watson do their own thing. He thought it was scary and horrible to listen to, but the scene is really terrifying because of how intense and spontaneous both actresses were.